Hello everyone and welcome to a new IK video. This is Ken from 73, and in this one we're gonna talk about one of the unique marches that I've encountered when I was browsing over the servers. And the march that we're gonna talk about is in server 170. So let's take a short trip into 170, and today's video is sponsored by Stibsis Mary. Her march is just so unique and so powerful that it caught my eye, and we already got some reports to look at. But before we look at the reports, let's just take a look at the march itself. There it is. She's using double healers, which is Fu Fei and Zenobia, and in the front line she's using Athena with guard to protect Alex, and Alex with full DPS. She's using battle stance on Alex, a skill that I wouldn't recommend at all on Alex. However, it's kind of working on this march in a very odd way. Alex does insane amount of damage. I'm gonna show you the reports in a second. However, I believe that the reason that the skill is working on Alex in this specific march is because of all the sustain that this march has. Usually anyone is running an earth march with Athena is running Alex, Athena, and then in the back line is either using Fu Fei or maybe Theodora, and the fourth immortal will be either a DPS immortal such as Himiko, maybe Loki in some situations. But she's using Zenobia in this kind of scenario here, and apparently is doing a lot of damage from Alex, to be honest, considering he's not dealing any kind of damage in the first 20 seconds of the fight. So let's just take a look in the reports that we just got, and here's the first one. I want to look at this specific march here because it's very similar. This guy here is using demonic contract, kind of similar, a bit similar to battle stance. However, battle stance is way better when it comes to dealing damage, and here's how it looks like. You can see Alex dealing 91 million damage. This is, I believe, one of the highest damages I've ever seen from Alex, and is also receiving a lot of heal either from Berserk or Shelter or Empress's Favor, which is the ultimate skill of Zenobia. And the good thing about using Zenobia and not Theodora in this march is that the exclusive artifact effects, which increases the attack speed of Alex by 25%. There's also protecting Fu Fei, because Fu Fei is going full heal, using full sustain, using energy shield and vitality touch. And you can see the difference in both marches, even though they are using the same setup, the same immortals, Fu Fei, Zenobia, Athena, Alexander. However, just one skill made a lot of difference, and I believe all the other skills is just the same. The only difference is that this guy here is using demonic contract and Slides is using battle stance. And since Alex is the only damager, of course he will be dealing insane amount of damage. And there was this report as well. I want to look at the main march. This is almost the same setup except for Loki. This one here is using Loki with infinite firepower, and she's using Zenobia. And you can see the difference in the performance in both marches. Almost 71 million damage from Alex. Most damage is from the normal attacks, Blade Vortex, Executioner. The reason Executioner is dealing a lot of damage in these kind of fights is that there is no Theodora to counter the continuous damage from Blade Vortex. So Blade Vortex keep running, keep dealing continuous damage. The more continuous damage there is, the more damage from Executioner there is. And of course, battle stance doubles this damage. There is a 100% damage increase. I know Alex is not making any use of the energy regeneration speed if you're using the exclusive artifact. However, I believe the 100% damage increase is more than enough to deal this amount of damage. There were a couple reports in the Throne of the Supreme that I want to look at. Let me just find the group she was in. There she is. Right, Orbital is one of the strongest guys in the server as well. He's using Yi Sun-Chen and Alexander, Loki, Theodora. So he's using Theodora to counter the continuous damage, and you still can see that Blade Vortex still did a lot of damage. Executioner almost 15 million damage, and you can see she is still using battle stance. One of these skills that I've never thought I would see anyone using on Alex, to be honest, and I've never considered to use the skill on Alex, because one of my favorite things about Alex is that he doesn't need energy to deal damage. He starts dealing damage from the first second of the fight, and slowing this by 20 seconds, or decreasing the amount of damage that he deals at the first 20 seconds of the fight by 70%, is kind of a fatal blow for Alex. You kind of took this advantage away from him. However, if you have enough sustain and immortals such as Athena and double healers in this scenario, maybe the skill will be dealing this much of damage. I don't have full Fae yet, so maybe if I used this skill or tried this setup in my own March, I'll be running Theodora and Zenobia in the back line along with Athena, so I will not be getting the full buffs or the full effects from using a full Earth March. So I'm not sure if it will be the same, but I'm gonna give it a try, to be honest, and I will see how it goes. There was other reports in their own KVK. However, all these reports, she was not using battle stance, she was using demonic contract, and still the damage was again insane from Alex. But all these marches are not the main marches except for this one. This is a very powerful march, almost the same setup again with the Loki, as the only difference is using Zeno, and again Alex still dealing insane amount of damage with demonic contract. So I might run different setups when I try this, to be honest. I'm gonna try the same setup as battle stance, executioner, blade vortex, and maybe I'll use both demonic contract, battle stance, and blade vortex in my Alex. I'll see how it goes, and of course I'll talk about this march when I try different setups in a different video. This is a big rally, but it's all either weak mixed marches or earth marches. So this one doesn't count, but again Alex dealing a lot of damage. I think this is the one. This is a very powerful Chaos Earth March as well. You see Loki is using battle stance, full sustain on Fufe, guard on Athena, and again 80 million damage from Alex. Again, this is without battle stance, this is demonic contract, so I cannot wait, to be honest. This is a defense report, so I'm not sure if this really counts. This was a rally. This was a timeout, but again Alex did a lot of damage. This wasn't a full troops. Anyway, this was Slides March, battle stance on Alex, or demonic contract on Alex. A couple of skills that I've never considered to use on Alex, to be honest. And I'm not sure if she kinda used Theodora instead of Zenobia. She loses the attack speed, however she gains the ability to nullify or remove the continuous damage from blade vortex if she was running up against someone that is running blade vortex. So I think maybe Theodora could be a better option than Zeno, but needs a lot of tries and a lot of tile hits and a lot of losses from troops. But this will be all for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and again thanks Slides for letting me do this video, and I'll see you in the next one.